Hey there, Tano. I'm Shadow Scythe, and today we're gonna be doing a fashion-forward review of my Red Veil Ivara. Now, like my new Loken Nyx, this is another Syndicate-specified loadout, taking a Warframe that has augments available to the Syndicate in question, where I will then proceed to run a mission utilizing only those weapons, so to speak. So without further ado, let me just hop into a mission. And there's also another reason as to why I'm doing Red Veil this time. It's kinda to jumpstart that, pretty much just to jumpstart the whole hype train for the Chains of Hero quest coming out this week.
This tower is full of life forms, all corrupted by the neural sentry.
So let's get going. First, Gyroproc still useful as all get out. Which is why I have to say that the Red Veil weapons are... Red Veil and New Loka are probably the best Syndicate weapons as far as the procs.
Let's clean up the mess.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I know that the Heck and the Vapor Heck are overpowered as all shit. But they just have a blast proc. I don't, like, yeah, okay, let me knock everything on its ass, but even that isn't all that useful. Drop these guys. Let them fight amongst themselves because they can't see the cat that's attacking them, which is fucking hilarious.
Transference still holding.
Rip. That's a Syndicate.
You will be cleansed.
Oh, okay. Where are they at? There they is. It's funny how apparently they know where I'm at. But whatever. Why the fuck are you shooting at me, bitch? Drop that, because otherwise I'm going to die. Ugh. That was all kinds of fucking annoying. and that should have hit you, but for some reason it fucking didn't. Thank you, broken ass hitboxes. Him. There you is. Oh, they changed the HUD so that you can actually faintly see your arrow line now. That's nice. I wonder when they made that change. So see there, ladies and gents? Learning something new every day. Oh, I'm out of energy. Well, more like I don't have enough to keep firing it at the moment. You can die. What, did it trigger every damn thing in here?
You have broken their ranks.
There
and
we
they are
go.
on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Get the fuck out of Dodge. And then I'll show you guys the overall color scheme and attachments that I'm using. Wow, so cheap. So fucking cheap to have a damn Arctic Eximus right there at extraction. Anyway, that's it for the mission part of the video. Now for the breakdown. Which for that, it's actually really simple because it's just the default Ivara helmet and skin. So I'm not using any of the alt helmets that were released with her or any of the new 10th-gen stuff. Appearance, I'm actually using for both the primary and accents. I'm using this red out of the Halloween color palette. Now you can honestly, you could probably use any one of these three. I just picked this one because it's not overly dark and it kind of matches the red on the Aractocernos itself. But like any one of these three would work. You could probably find actually the ones in the red, white, and blue are a little bit bright. You could possibly use some of the ones out of the classic saturated no, not the Corpus. That one's a little bright. Maybe like these out of the Storm. Or like this one out of
Operator,
Valentine.
did you hear that? It said...
Or maybe even the Eximus for fire palettes.
Cosmic background radiation is a riot!
Secondary color is a white. I'm using the one out of the Smoke. However, you could use the Orican, red, white, and blue, Twitch, any Ice. Basically any just really bright white that you can find. And yes, I'm using white because of the fact that that white is actually the these little accents here on the bow itself. Plus, it kind of blends in on Ivara. It starts off really bright on her hood, but as you like progress down, you can see it sort of fades to gray.
Strange.
Then tertiary is obvious this gray out of these Smoke colors. You could possibly use that's a little bright for my taste, but it might work for you guys. This would work. I'd say this would work. Basically just any medium to dark gray that isn't black. And then the energy is this blue out of the Orkin palette. Just because that matches the blue on all of the Red Veil weapons. Now, as far as the attachments, I'm using the Targus Prime Cuirass, which actually I'm gonna change that up on the fly just because I was using that before because I thought it looked really good, but the red metallic it's atrocious. It is absolutely atrocious. So let's see what we got here. That's still hideous. That's not too bad. If I don't find anything else, we might just stick with that. It still has that red metallic. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to stick with that. The Nadina chestplate. Which actually looks really nice. At the time when I did this loadout, that was not in the game, so it's nice to actually have a change up, because I was using the Targus Prime Greaves as well, and I swapped those out for the Nadina leg plates. Just because it blends in really well. And it actually looks like something, well, the Nadina plates were meant to go with those more nature-esque themed Warframes. Which is why it looks really good on frames like Ivara and Titania. Then, as far as the shoulders, I'm using the left Prisma Edo shoulder plate and the right EOS, well, EOS Prime shoulder plate. Now, the EOS Prime shoulder plate is actually the only Prime armor available through Barrow, as well as the Prisma Edo chest plate. So as far as getting your hands on these, if you don't have them already, you'll have to wait until Barrow's next visit, or if you guys have stocked up on ducats, then just wait, then just take a chill pill, because he will be, well, if, just wait 2 weeks, and then if you guys have purchased a digital ticket for TennoCon, then just go to that special 72-hour relay and check out Barrow's gigantic inventory, since he'll have everything he's ever brought. Otherwise, it's just going to be luck of the draw as to when he comes in. Now, the whole reason as to why I picked these two specific shoulders and why they're different is because the EOS one pretty much mounts really nicely, and the way that it kind of curves around all of Ivara's weird little spikes, I'd say. I don't even know what you would call those, so for lack of a better term, we're just going to call them studs or whatever. So the way it kind of wraps around her little shoulder stud, I thought looked really cool. And then it works out perfectly to house like whatever emblem or whatever you want to put in there. However, for her other shoulder, which also has her quiver, I chose the Edo plate because other than this little clipping issue right here, which it's not that big of a deal because it almost looks like it's an added clamp to hold the armor in place. You could almost think that for an archer, their quiver is basically their lifeline as far as their munitions. So you protect the quiver, you protect your lifeline. That was kind of my thought process there. And then I picked the Prisma versions the Prisma version and the Prime just because you have that energy influx going, which I thought looked absolutely amazing. Now then, the Sandana is obviously the Rakta Sandana, only obtainable through the Red Veil once you hit rank 5. Regalia, I'm using the Acolyte emblems on both shoulders, however, you guys can feel free to display whatever regalia you feel like doing. At the present time, I actually had my clan emblem here, but because my current clan, we don't have an emblem uploaded at the moment, so it's just the default lotus symbol. I felt to replace it with something to show off. I'm also using the Acolyte sigil on the back, which you guys can't see real clearly because it's hidden by the Erectocernos' quiver. And then as far as the front sigil, I'm currently using my Oracle sigil, which is kind of hidden behind the chest plate at the moment, so I'm just going to drop that down a little bit, and now it's a lot harder to see. Like, you can faintly see it around the edges, but only if I turn. And the whole reason as to why I'm using the Oracle sigil and not the Assassin sigil is because I'm allied with the syndicates on the right side of the relay as opposed to the ones on the left. But like I said before, those are pretty much your choice because of the fact that on the chest I have the alpha turned all the way down, so it's pretty much transparent other than the pulsing energy. And I do that because I don't really like my sigils being all that visible. Like, I like that because it's subtle and it kind of blends. And I probably could make this one blend, but I just preferred to have it subtle and hidden behind the armor plate. So that was my whole thought process there. But thank you guys for tuning in. It really means the world to me that you guys continue to support me and my videos. And for those of you who happen to be following me on Twitch, that is just absolutely wonderful. You have no idea how much it means to me to see you guys in there, whether you're actually active or just lurking in chat. So thank you so much for that. But if you want to stay up to date with any news related to YouTube and Twitch, be sure to follow me on Twitter and player.me. If you'd like to support both the YouTube and Twitch channels together, then just subscribe to me on GameWisp. It's one subscription one subscription for both. So don't feel pressured into doing that. That is completely optional. I don't require that. If I did, I wouldn't be doing this or even making it available to you guys. That's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to get my word out to you guys and to try to help you out or give you guys stuff to have fun with. Also, before I cut this video off, I just want to put it out there that I will be streaming again later on today around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I want you guys to know that this will be my last Twitch stream until after TennoCon. Just because I've still got a whole lot of prep work I have to do at home prior to leaving. Because I've got family coming in for another thing altogether that falls the same weekend. But I've already made the arrangements for TennoCon before this was already said and done. So I've got a whole bunch of prep work to get my room ready for them to stay while I'm gone. And I'm not going to have time to do that to Twitch and do YouTube altogether. The YouTube videos will pretty much continue right up until that week. But Twitch will be on pause until after I return. So, thank you guys so much for understanding, and until next time, Tenno, stick to the shadows.